A lot of times when I do these videos, I'll come on here and I will tell you, hey, here's a bunch of stuff that you need to do when you go to the Yucatan. Here's a bunch of stuff that you need to see in Merida or Progreso, whatever it might be. But a lot of times what I tell you is go see a cenote, go to the beach, go here. And I don't focus just on the city of Merida. I tell you, as soon as you land the plane, as soon as you get to the hotel, leave the city. And that doesn't really seem right to me. So today we're going to talk about 6 spots that you can go to in Merida. Even if it's over a weekend, you can actually hit these in a day. So here we go. Let's roll the intro. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Alexander Howell, and this is my YouTube channel where I talk about us having a house in Mexico, the process of that, what it's kind of been like, international and real estate. That's kind of what we're talking about here. But again, my name is Alexander Howell. Welcome to the channel. I've got all the social media stuff that everybody else does, but it's down in the description below. And if you find yourself liking this video, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that kind of stuff that every other YouTuber says, but let's go. I'm gonna try to make this video a little bit short. All of my videos tend to run long, but let's see what we can do here. So the first stop is gonna be the iconic Plaza Grande. Now, this is normally the picture that you see when you look up Merida because it has the iconic cathedral and a beautiful square. And this is actually where the former city of Tijo had their square, and then the conquistadors came in, did their thing, and now it is Merida Square. But it has some of the most iconic buildings in the city. Now the first is the Cathedral of Merida, or the Cathedral de San Alfonso, and that is the big church that you'll see there. It's an absolutely amazing structure, and when you're there, you realize just how massive it is. You see the pictures of it and you think, oh, that's a pretty big church, and then you see it and you realize how wide and big and beautiful it is. But that's the iconic piece. So the other one, or ones, is Central Cultural Olimpo. Now there's a place that has art exhibitions, theater events, film festivals, all kinds of different things, even like dancing and stuff like that. Then you move on to the Palacio de Gobierno, which obviously means governor's palace. Now that's what it used to be. Currently, it's just used as a government office. Then there's the Palacio Municipal de Merida, which is right now City Hall. And last, there's actually my favorite, Museo Casa Montejo, and that is actually the house of Francisco de Montejo the Younger. The older was the one that started the conquering, and the younger is the one that finished it, and that's actually his palace, and it's on the southern side. You don't really see it. That's what I like about it. You got the big cathedral, these big pastel colored government buildings, and then you see this little casa and you think that can't be anything special, and it's actually the guy that did the conquering. Bad for the Maya, but fun for a historical tour. Next, we're going to move on to Paseo de Mono. Now this is the most talked about boulevard in Merida, and for good reason. It's beautiful, giant, it has tree-lined streets, so even when it hits those 100-degree temperatures during the summer in Merida, you're not going to be sweating completely. You at least got a little bit of calm, but it has Wi-Fi, and this was Millionaire's Row. So for those of you who don't know, at the late 1800s to early 1900s, Merida for a time had more millionaires per capita than anywhere else in the world, thanks to a substance called Henneken. Now Henneken was made for ropes, it was made for all kinds of different things, but once plastics and other materials came about, it started to lose its flavor. But for a time, the people of the Yucatan were making bank. And Paseo de Mono is the purpose-built boulevard where they could show off your wealth. So you're gonna see mansions, all kinds of things. I'm not sure if any are actually lived in at this point, but they've been converted into office buildings, banks, hotels, things like that. They've also been converted into restaurants. So if you're walking up and down the boulevard and you get a little hot, hop in one of those air-conditioned places, get yourself a drink, keep going, because it is a large boulevard. And on Sunday mornings, they actually shut down half the boulevard so that you can go ride a bike up and down. So Paseo de Mono. Next is Parque Americas, and I can tell you this is the one that I know the least about. I've been there one time, and we have to go back this time. We actually discovered it way too late, but it's a giant park that's kind of on the intersection of 2 streets, and it's got 4 different parcels. They've got a large like kind of auditorium there. They've got a playground, all kinds of different things. But it's a great place to take the kids, get them worn out on the playground, and then at night, you're gonna see a lot of carts come by, so there's food, there's toys, there's games, there's all kinds of different things. This is one that, again, I don't know as much about, but I've heard so many good things, saw it at the last minute, and now I've got to go back next time we're there. And speaking of wearing out your kids, the Parque, I'm gonna try to say this correctly, the Parque Zoológico de Centralia. I think that's right. The Central Zoo, basically. But this is a really fun time. So when you first get in, you kind of enter in on the corner, you go through kind of a long tourist trap area where they've got toys and drinks and stuff like that. A lot of good reasons for your kids to behave during the day. But then once you round that corner, you're met with lions, tigers, not bears, but monkeys, all kinds of birds. It's a really fun place. And there's also, yet again, another park with slides and planes that are slides and swings and all kinds of different things. So there's a ton to do. We actually had to leave a little bit early because it got way too hot for my littlest one. So we had to go back and get one of the cold drinks. But that park is absolutely amazing, and the animals are very, very close to you. So it's not like they're out in the distance. They're right there. Next is K47, which is one of the 2 new ones on this list, and the 2 new ones are the last ones. K47 used to be just a normal street, but they've turned it into a walking street. Now, there are still cars that'll go up and down every once in a while, but they have done an excellent job at putting pavers down the entire street, opening it up a little bit, so that this has become a gastronomic corridor. And it's really nice because you kind of enter in on the south side of Paseo de Mono. K47 takes you all the way down, and there's all kinds of nice restaurants. It's a really nice walking path. So if you're just looking for a place that's not as crowded as Paseo de Mono, but might have a couple of different options or just something new to see, K47 is the place to go. So you start at Paseo de Mono and you go down K47 and you get to Gran Parque La Plancha, which is, I think, the newest place on this list. Now, this used to be a railroad museum. It used to just kind of be of things that were in Merida. And there was this big central area and you never knew what it was on a map. But now that it's here, it is absolutely beautiful. I still have not seen it. I'm going down very soon, and this is a place that's close to where I live. It's just a few blocks north of me, but it's an amazing park where they have a giant walkway, they have different restaurants, they've got all kinds of water features, everything, and a pond in the middle. So if you're gonna go there, take a look at Gran Parque La Plancha. You're not gonna miss it. I sure as heck am not either. So that's probably the shortest video that I've ever made, and I hope that you enjoyed it. That's 6 places to go, and guys, you can pretty much do this on a weekend. In all honesty, if you were rushing through, you could do it in a day, but that would be the most tired you've ever been. But Merida is an amazing city. I definitely would say if you have more time, get out of the city, go up to the beach, go to Progreso, go see the cenotes, go see the Mayan ruins. Definitely do all of those things. But if you're trying to just stay in the city, that's a good starting list to get you going, and then just add on more stuff as you go. So my name is Alexander Howell. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you're still here, you gotta hit the like button. And if you liked the content, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. That lets you know anytime that one of these videos goes live, or I go live, which is hopefully gonna happen a little bit more often now that I've had a procedure. So good to go, feeling better. But anyway, all of my social cues are down below. If you have any questions, email me, alexander@alexanderhowell.com. Send me a text message at 816-727-7740, and follow me. Pretty much everything is at Alexander from KC, like Kansas City, because that's where I'm from. And anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day, and as always, peace.